We got ourselves triple Demon Hunter squad with Flupa. We got ourselves Key over here. We got ourselves Chaos, maybe going first potentially. That or him or Key. We got Chicago as enhanced Shaman. Archie burning the Aegis maybe a little bit early, but it's gonna be interesting what kind of a build they got, because I'm noticing Archie together and Chicago both got a double Ellie build, double elemental shield, or at least one of them got a lightning shield, one is an earth shield, but both of them got the same build. Mind if I go next? I mean, you can if you guys wanna. It's gonna be Cleo first up over the team 2. We got us as a 4-man squad with Seamark. We got Kiosk in the back as well as Plush. Try to see if these boys can maybe get a chance to play. That's gonna be Zhao with a Fear to Cleo with Mad Burst to follow. Just try to see if we can blast him out. Gonna be immediate disperse. Wait a second. Are you playing that one build where... Are you playing that one bursty build where the Sigil of Despair, or whatever the Fear Sigil is, debuffs aim to take 20% more damage? Are you trying to go cheese here? I think he may be trying to go super cheesy here. I think that's exactly what he's trying to go for. Like, that Fear Sigil is good for CC, but it could also be good, like, as soon as that Fear is gone, as soon as it fades, Damon takes more damage, and it's actually kind of a nice, like, bursty setup. Clear, trying to see if we can bail away from Zhao, trying to see if we can maybe get away from him. That's K. Why do I call it Zhao? I guess it's the XAO, but it's gonna be big damage. Oh, trying to go for Shadow or Death with all that. Oh my god, so I could go Zhao or I could go Chaos. I'm not really sure which one I want to go for. I think I've gone to Chaos before. I'll just go X, man. I'll just go X. I feel like that is going to be easier. Because there's a good chance I'm probably mispronouncing or butcher her name. I'm so sorry if I am. I am so sorry if I am. I'm just going to try to go by ear here. Stun on Cleo. As is going to be full siphon. All the dots are on him. Keep trying to see if he can maybe survive this. I'm into fall as the stun comes out for the Shadow Priest. Trying to see if we can maybe rod down the Demon Hunter. Hunt comes out, maybe able to get himself some reversal. There's a big Shadow Word Death for Cleo. Trying to see if he can take him out. Void Eruption got a demon walking in, but Cleo just stood the ground, taking him down. Just burning full Void into the boy. Oh my goodness, with Falupa, third demon on the standby. Trying to see if he can maybe take down Cleo. Stun to fall immediately as the trigger comes out for the Shadow Priest. And that's going to be stunned into Sansa Raptor. Has the Disperse, actually using Disperse to walk out of that Sigil. A demon spawning in from Falupa, so it's going to be perfect for him if he gets hit by any kind of fears. The demon may be able to break him out. He's trying his hardest. He's trying to beat his ass as best as he can. But if he can, he maybe get him out. I think the Fear may have too big of a threshold for damage though. Like a Freezing Trap or a Sap or a Blind, that has like very, very little threshold for damage. A Fear may be able to hold on for a little long though, so I don't know if the demon does enough damage. It's gonna be Cleo at no help whatsoever. Silence on the Falupa. Needs healing immediately. It's gonna reverse back on him though. No! Falupa reversing silence back on the Shadow Priest is so BM. And that's going to be a big meta as it's trying to see if we can just stop Lunge before the man even gets an opener. Going to be a full stun with the Resonator. Trying to see if he can make a play. Resonator with a Gouge is going to be able to get some CC on him. There's going to be a Hunt to follow. Blasted him out. Blush trying to go for a trick and vanishes out with a Cloak to follow. Flip and trying to see if he can chase him. Trying to see if he can find him. Blush took so much damage. He did a bit of damage to Philippa, mostly with the Resonator. But outside of that, it's like his damage doesn't really appear. I wonder what kind of build he's got going on then. Because I'm noticing these duos rogues so far in Dragonflight haven't been the strongest for PvP. They can kind of do okay, but definitely like subs feels like should be struggling a little bit. Try to get some damage in, is gonna go for a Vanish, try to go for a Reset. The Demon Hunter did pick up the eyes earlier, so he does see the rogue from a mile away. Blind to follow, does the Immolation Aura take him out? Does he have dots on him? I think he might just die to dots. And the man does die to dots, and it's so unfortunate. Let's see if I try to see if he can go for mobility. Arcane Surge for a big blast of damage to Philippa. Try to see if he can take him out. Does he get to blast him out immediately? Oh my god. Big burst out of the Arcane Mage. Try to see if he can take these boys out. Just immediately came in to pop off Ice Block. I'm not sure if he meant to Ice Block. Or maybe he's just trying to make the duels harder for himself. The Chicago Mage is given an opportunity to like get some cooldowns back or something. He's waiting. Is waiting. I don't know if you are trying to go for an Ice Block. Maybe you're trying to make it even or a misclick. One or the other. Breath into quick poly. I kind of like the Ice Flow's ability for Arcane Mage. I like that it's available for all mages in general, and I feel like mages will be able to use that in order to move while casting, which could be really, really good. But for Arcane Mage in particular, I think it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Missiles while on the move. That's so good. That's such a high skill capability. Huge watch that be hard. Yeah, Arcane can do quite a bit of damage once in a while. Sometimes. Gonna be a poly for Seaverk as he's trying to see if he can swing around Chicago. And he's trying to actually, what he could do is he could start casting Poly and walk away from missiles to follow. It's actually so good. Trying to see if he can blast out the totem. More missiles while on the move. Chicago trying to see maybe he can interrupt him. Massive touch and magic damage all the time is up. Chicago going for full defensive with the Aegis. Trying to go for healing. It's going to be interrupted. That's going to be Silvermark trying to see if he can blast him out. Missiles to follow. Oh my goodness. That was without burst too. That was so tough. That was without like the full big burst. He's the last one holding the fort over for the team 1. He's going to try to see if he can do his very best here versus Seavark. He may be able to come back out top here. Maybe Kiosk will get a chance to play. Try to see if he can use the static totem to maybe group him back in. Seavark tries to see if he can disrupt it immediately. Nova onto Arhu breaks it. As he's not playing the Gust of Wind build. He's playing like the normal sprint build. Lassa onto Seavark who immediately trinkets it. He's just so fast on the draw. So fast on the draw here. Big Yellow Blast on the Seavark, but he doesn't change with the breath. There's going to be a ring of Frost, and you can move while placing Ring of Frost. So good. You can just move while placing it, dude. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen Frost Mages even use Ice Flows, because you kind of got to play Shimmer. But I think I've ever seen Frost Mages use Ice Flows to place a ring while moving around the corner. That is so good. That actually is so nice. It's such a nice quality of life ability. It's incredible. I'm a big fan. I think it may complicate the mage rotation because you gotta need to know how to use Ice Flows, because you can use it while casting spells. So you can start casting, use Ice Flows, then move while completing the cast, or you can press it so then the next spell you're casting is going to be usable on the move, which is kind of nuts. Breath into Poly. Seavark got himself full setup. Maybe Arcane may need defensive. Does drop down ground stone immediately. Got himself the Aegis. Sunder destroyed to see if he can disrupt Seavark as best as he can. More missiles to follow. Break through Aegis very, very quickly. That's going to be Seavark trying to see if he can blink around the boy. Wall is up for Ark. He's still got a little bit of the Aegis on there. I think Seavark tried to go for a knockback versus Ark. He couldn't quite do it. Big Yellow Blast does get Seavark kind of lowish on health. Not playing cooldown reduction build, but he's going to sit down without Nova. Try to go for healing. Got out some images. And needs to find a way to see if he can bail out of the way away from Arky. He doesn't have an ice block for 50 more seconds. But if he can survive for at least 50, he may be able to get himself a pretty big defensive. And he's also waiting on some cooldowns of his own, because we're waiting for that Arcane Surge ability again. So let's see how that goes. Rude traps him in place. Quick breath onto Arky. Let's gonna try to see if he can blink out of there immediately. Trying to see if he can blast out Arcane, touching the magic, full missile build. If Arcane maybe has a grinding totem, that does drop a grinding totem, but Seavark does go for more missiles, still blasting right through him, shredding right through the Shaman. Is it going to be enough here? Thunderbar Arcane, trying to go for a little bit of healing, touching magic on him, massive barrage to follow. My god, Arcane's so low. Oh my god, no way. Bro, that execute was so good at the end. That barrage is so much damage than the execute window. Oh my god, that's so good. My god. Movement executed with barrages. Yo, Arcane can really pop off. The Ice Flows one is the one I'm still stuck on. I think the Ice Flows is very, very interesting, but damn, that damage though. That execute damage is kind of good. The fact that you can move while casting those missiles, it is so good. Oh my god, just see it on beta. I want to do some duels on beta so badly, Seavark. We need more people on beta. I want to wait until they get a proper, like, big invite wave with PvP gear and then do a proper, like, 5v5 1v1 duel in beta. I think it'd be so, so fun, man.